Starting on your back, either knees up or legs straight in a sloppy shavasana. Or if that is tugging or pulling on your back, then bend up the knees so that the psoas can stop tugging and pulling and get more irritated. So we begin by just checking in, heeding the words of the poem by Dana Falls. The poem is Let It Go, and it is one of my favorites. Very, very apt right now. She says, let go of the ways you thought life would unfold, the holding of plans or dreams or expectations. Let it all go and save your strength to swim with the tide. The choice to fight what is here before you now would only result in struggle, fear, and desperate attempts to flee from the very energy you long for. So let go. Let it all go and flow with the grace that washes through your days, whether you receive it gently or with all your quills raised. Let it go. The armor around the upper back and chest, when we feel stressed or overwhelmed, is emotionally where we also begin to tighten. So we want to facilitate ease across this whole arm sutra, from the fingertips across the chest, because how our arms and shoulders feel directly relates to the wellness, the fascia around our lungs and our heart and the pericardium. And if we don't breathe well, we don't feel well. So now I invite you to bend up your knees, bending up your knees, and place your hands on your abdomen, on your lower belly. And I'm now joining you on the mat. So with the hands on the lower abdomen, that becomes a tactile feedback that we are breathing into the belly. So as you breathe in, you'll let the belly expand. And as you breathe out, there's a softening of the belly towards the spine. So it's a gently rhythm. It's a gentle rhythm. And as you breathe in and out, invite the exhalation to grow a little bit longer. Let the exhalation stretch out a little bit, beginning to signal to your nervous system that you're okay. Right now, there's nothing to stress about, nothing to worry about. And we put that aside the mat. And then listening to the sound of your breath. And the sound of the breath is one of our oldest mantras. So hum. So hum. If you listen, you can hear that the in-breath is a soft hum. And the out-breath is a soft so. So hum or humsa translates often to I am that. I am that. It's a mantra that I use often when I need to reground, when I get a little too anxious about everything and I reach out far beyond what I can reach beyond. And my energies are dispersed. And then as I draw to my breath, draw to my inner mantra, I am that, I begin to reground. Now relax your arms out to the sides. Just allow the arms to release out. And then Feel and sense, does one arm touch the floor more than the other? So as you rest with the arms out to the sides, begin to slide the right arm out. So the knuckles are sliding out and then returning back. Slide the other arm out. So you're simply laying with your arms out to the side. It's not a big movement. It's a little knuckle slide from side to side. So you feel a little bit of a shoulder blade move on the arm that's sliding out. So laying on your back, and you feel the shoulder blade scrubbing along the floor. So the shoulder blade scrubs along the floor. Moving from side to side. As you reach and lengthen out through the right arm next time, let the left shoulder blade slide towards the spine. So both shoulder blades travels in the same direction. And as you slide the left arm out, let the right shoulder blade now slide towards the spine. So we're getting a little rhomboid love. So it's not a big move, very gentle move. Getting a little bit of mobility in between the shoulder blades. And as we come back to center, just lifting the arms, maybe about 4 or 5 inches off the ground. Not a big lift. When we feel the connective tissue from the upper chest to the upper arms. And then slowly, slowly, slowly releasing the arms down. Sensing the release across the fascia, the connective tissue across the front of the shoulders. Let everything relax as you come down. We'll do that one more time. Let's lift the arms up. And then slowly, slowly, slowly releasing the arms back down. Let's walk the feet a little bit wider than the hips. And then as you inhale, let's draw the knees down to the right side, nose towards the left side. So a simple windshield wiper twist. Inhale, knees goes to one side, nose goes to the other. Let there be a gentle little pumping action in the low back and hips, drawing you into the twist. It's going from side to side. One of the most efficient little events if you have some stickiness in the low back. Now as you draw down to the right side, let the left arm lift up a few inches. And then everything comes down as you come back to center. And we go to the left, now the right arm lifts up a little bit. And we return down. Back and from side to side. The arm opposite of the knees will lift up. Get a little bit more openness across the front of the chest. Nose still draws opposite of the knees. And then next time you come up to center, let's pause here. We'll take the hands under the head. So interlace the fingers and bring the hands behind the head. And then as you inhale, let's press the elbows into the floor. Press the elbows into the floor. And relax. Do that again. Inhale, press the elbows down. Now sense your shoulder blades on your back body. Are they connecting evenly? Or is one who's different from the other? Letting go. And one more time, press the elbows into the floor. Press the elbows into the floor. And now as you exhale, let's draw the elbows up. Draw the elbows up. We're going to curl up into a little curl. Squeeze the elbows in. Let's take the head down. And slowly release the elbows out to the side. Inhale again, press the elbows into the floor. And then exhale, flattening the back, curling up. Squeeze the elbows towards one another. And we lower back down again. Slowly release, elbows out to the sides. Pressing the elbows down, opening across the chest. And then exhale, flattening the back, drawing up. Now as you come up, we're going to draw to the right side, left elbow towards the right knee. And we inhale, we come back to center. So a little rotation. Releasing the arms down, moving with your breath. Press the elbows down on the in-breath. Exhale, hug the elbows together. And we'll go to the other side. Slowly come back. So it's not a big twist. It's a little gentle awakening for the obliques. Pressing down. We're going to do it one more time to each side. So let the elbows be like the prongs on your forklift, drawing to the side. We come back. So releasing tension on the side body and allowing it, the rib cage to become a little bit more open. Last time, to the left. Let's release the arms out to the side. And then we'll take the legs long so we can get a little lateral release here too. As you inhale, press up through the right heel and press the right elbow in the opposite direction. And exhale, slide back. Let's go to the other side. And just moving from side to side. Inhale, heel and elbow presses away from each other. Don't lift the head, don't lift the arm. You're sliding from side to side. So the neck is completely passive. The head will maybe roll to the side of the elbow, stretching back. And if so, stretch your eyes all the way up to the elbow. Stretch those tired screen eyes. Or just close your eyes and do this whole practice with your eyes closed. At least the Satya part, the beginning part. All right, let's finish up on the left side. And we return to neutral. Let's relax the arms. And then slide the legs up again. Sliding the legs up. You're going to lift the arms up towards the sky. So just reach straight out from the sides. So the arms are out to the sides. And then beginning now slowly, super slowly to lift them up. And they eventually, the palms are going to come together. The palms will come to touch. And as the palms comes to touch, do a little slide dance. So stretch one hand towards the sky. And then stretch the other. So a little dance of the palms. One slides up. And then the other. Feel the shoulder blades broadening, widening on the back body. Getting a little bit more width, a little bit more blood circulation. Now let's cross the right arm over the left. Cross the right arm over the left. And then eagle arms, twirl the forearms, bring the palms together. And if this is not available to you today, take your hands to the shoulders, the opposite shoulder for a hug. We're going to take the right leg across the left, right leg across the left. So it's a little bit of a backward eagle. I reckon that. But here we're going to apply it a little differently. So as you inhale now, you're going to take the knees to the right, but the elbows to the left. Nose will go right. And we come back to center. So knees and nose now travel in the same direction, elbows opposite. Notice the sensation on the back of your shoulders. The back of your shoulders. You're not going very far. 4 or 5, maybe even 6 inches from center line. So it's not a big, crazy move. None of these are big and crazy moves. You want to move in a range where you can stay present. Feeling like you're receiving a gift rather than being taken hostage. And then next time you come up to center, let's uncross the arms, uncross the legs, and we're going to do the other side. Left leg on top, left arm on top. Again, eagle arms or a hug. Knees to the left, nose to the left, elbows to the right. So there's a little counter twist. A little extra squeeze around the spinal column. Getting into some of that gristliness around the upper back. When we get stuck in the upper back, we ask too much of the lower back, too much of the neck. So restoring healthy mobility through this work so that everything works well. And let's do a couple of more times. We'll uncross. Again, let's take the arms to the sky. Take the arms straight up. Interlace the fingers. Let's press the palms to the sky, pressing the palms to the sky. We're going to slide the legs out long. Slide the legs out long. Draw the tailbone towards the heels. Reach out through the heels and then inhale. Full body stretch. Reach the arms overhead, overhead. Let's inhale, draw the arm about halfway up. And your hands may not come all the way to the floor. That's perfectly fine. Go as far as you can without strain, without force. Let's do that a couple of more times. Reaching the hands as far back as you can. Keep reaching out through the heels. And now as you come up, we're going to switch the cross of the fingers. Switch the cross of the fingers. Pressing up through the palms. We take the arms long again, as long as they will go. And from here, bend the elbows a wee bit. Bend the elbows. And then squeegee your arms long. And relax the arms in. Uninterlace the fingers. Bend that one knee. And we're going to roll all the way over onto our belly. All the way over onto our belly. I'm looking at my book, making sure that I follow protocol. So we are still writing our story. Now tucking the toes under. So for our crocodile cobra pose, stacking one hand on top of the other, Forehead rests on the back of the hands. And then inhale, we're going to press the heels back, press the heels back. And then press the forearms down to lift the heart. Keep the gaze down. So don't crank the back of the neck. Keep the legs very powerful, very powerful. And then peel the belly skin forward and up. Get a little bit longer, broadening up through the collarbones. And then exhale, slowly lower down. Now let's take the hands besides the side chest. Ground through the thumb mount, index finger mount, heel of the hand, and stretch the fingers as long as you can. Roll the shoulders up and down the back body. And then inhale, press the heels back again first. And then we lift the heart, lift the heart. Hug the elbows in, hug the elbows in. And then lowering down. Now release the toes along the floor. Stretch out through every little toe. And we repeat, inhaling, lifting the heart, lifting the head, cobra pose. Draw the shoulders back. And we press back to puppy pose. Tuck the toes under. Lengthen back. Reaching back. And then let's come up to tabletop. Tabletop. Grab onto the sides of the mat so that the thumb mount grounds down through, grounds to the mat. Wrapping fingers around the side in the sense of pulling the mat wider. And then exhale, pulling back to downward facing dog. Now you can repeat puppy pose again if that is a better choice for your body today. Let's lift the heels high, bend the knees, and tip and tilt the pelvis high, 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 high. And then straightening the knees to the degree that you can keep the pelvis high. Draw the thighs back, draw the thighs back. Broaden the collarbones. Relax the neck. Relax the ears. And then we'll take the knees back down again. And this time, we'll place the hands for the more classical position for downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. So from here, ground through the thumb mounts again. And then lengthen out through each finger, lengthen out through each finger. But lift the center of the hand. Toes are tucking under again. And as you exhale, we pull back once more into downward facing dog. Drawing back, lift the heels high, with or without bending the knees. Your choice. Really settling into a powerful yet gentle downward facing dog. Letting the top of the shoulders gently lift away from the floor. And then use the thighs to pull back. Traction, 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 traction. And then as you inhale next, look up. And walk or step the feet towards the hands. Hands towards the feet. Sliding the hands back towards the feet. We're going to look up. The knees can be bent. Knees can be bent here. Take the hands to the hips. And inhale, press into the heels and come all the way up. Tadasana, mountain pose. Mountain pose. So now you'll need your strap for our standing poses today. So when we use props, it's not the message saying, well, you are a bad yogi and therefore you must use a prop, because obviously if you're a good one, you would do it without props. Props helps us rediscover poses, and it helps us feel our body better in the poses often. So today, a little loop. And we're going to go fishing. We're going to take the feet wide apart. Take the feet wide apart. And then I'm going to take the strap, loop my left foot And then turn the left leg out. Turn the left leg out. Right foot is turned in about 10 to 15 degrees. I'm preparing for triangle pose, You're going to take the strap up and give your right hand the strap. You're going to feed it down, so you're going to start with your right elbow bent. And your strap may keep the right elbow bent the whole time. So it's kind of like a triangle cow face hybrid here. Triangle, so the strap is up behind my back. So I just fed it with my left hand to my right hand. And my right hand is up around the back of my neck. We'll take the left arm out to the side. And then inhale, reach out over, reach out. We'll keep pulling the right hand away from the foot. The left hand will come down to the left shin or knee. And now straightening the right arm towards the sky, pull it up. So you're pulling the strap taut. If you're using an imaginary strap, pull that imaginary strap taut as well. If you are holding a strap, can you get both of your shoulder blades on the strap? Both of the shoulder blades are touching the strap. So the top hand, the right hand pulls straight up, straight up, straight up, and moving the right shoulder blade back towards the strap, And soften the knee, and inhale, we come all the way up. Now, take the right hand behind the back, catch the strap behind the back. So now that's the lower arm in Gomukhasana, cow face pose. And your forearm, your right forearm, is right across your low back-ish. We'll take the left arm up again, take the left arm up again. And then Utthita, extend, reach out over the left leg. Hand again comes to shin or knee. Now bend the left knee, and then walk your right hand down the strap. Walk the right hand down the strap. And then with a powerful back leg, reaching into the outer heel, slowly straighten the left leg, and you'll be pulled into a deeper twist of the upper back. Deeper twist. Powerful legs, grounding through the four corners of each foot. Triangle pose. That is where some stuff is happening. Often included in the therapeutic sequences. If your hamstring on your left leg is saying, no, thank you, then you know to bend your knee a little bit, but keep power in the leg by pulling the front heel isometrically towards the back heel. One more breath. Bend the front knee, and then inhale, pushing all the way up. Let's take the little loop off the front of the left foot and place it on your right foot. So now let's turn the right leg out and left foot in 10 to 15 degrees. And just look that your heels line up, heel to heel, heel to heel. We'll feed the strap up and hold it with a bent left arm. Right arm comes out to the side. And then inhale, reach out over the leg. Hold the strap taut the whole time. Hold the strap taut and grab onto shin or knee, and then slowly slide your left arm up the strap, straight up, straight up. And then move your left shoulder blade towards the strap so you feel the feedback on your back body. Powerful top arm, powerful legs. But the jaw and the eyes and the ears, the skin, soft. Soft and receptive. Bending the front knee and inhale all the way up. Now let's take the left hand behind the back. So catch the strap. And here, if you don't have, again, if you don't have a strap, you can grab onto some cloth or the top of your right leg, top of the right leg. We'll take the right arm to the sky again. Reach out over the right leg. Bend the knee and walk your left hand further down the strap towards your right foot. Now be kind as you slowly straighten the right knee, drawing yourself into a deeper twist of the upper back. So hum, so hum. Can you listen to the mantra in the pose? I am that. I am that. I am that. And we bend and we come all the way up. We take the loop off and then make the loop a little bit wider. It's not quite shoulder width, but almost. So 10, 12 inches loop. I'm going to turn to the side so you can stay where you are, but I'm going to toe heel in so I can turn and you can see the side view. Prasarna Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Prasarna, wide, pada, foot. So we're going to bring the strap around the wrists, behind the back. So the strap is around the wrists. And the feet, if they can make it a little bit wider, and let's bend the knees a little bit. Draw the shoulders up and back. Reach back through the fingertips. And then as you exhale, we're going to hinge forward. Hinge forward, about parallel to the floor. Torso about parallel to the floor. So the legs are firm and grounded, firm and grounded. Just inhale and come back up again. And then we'll go down again. So play with this. Maybe go down a little bit deeper this time. Powerful legs. Coming up again. And one more time. Reach the fingers back as you draw the head towards the floor. Reaching the hands towards the sky. Broadening across the chest, broadening across the chest. And one more breath. And then pressing into the feet all of the way up. Take the strap off and then toe heel in. Stepping the feet together. So that got some stuff around the hips loosened up. Now let's take it into Tadasana. So I'm going to take my loop about a leg length apart. Again, you don't need a loop. You can just hold on to the ends of your belt or strap here. What happens a lot of times in Tadasana, especially if we spend a lot of time at a desk, is we can get into the feet, but we're sort of collapsing the upper back. And we want that buoyancy, like there's a helium balloon under the sternum, under the collarbones, pulling everything up. I'm going to step into my strap, heels stepping on the strap, and then I walk my hands down. So in this funny little mountain pose. Now as you inhale, press your legs long, draw the shoulders back, draw the shoulders back, lift the heart, lift the heart. And you feel across the top of the chest, maybe in the front of the sides of your neck, the pec minors. Pec minors. So the heart lifts, but feet are grounding. Feet grounds firmly. Let's bend the knees. Maybe walk the hands a smidgen lower. A smidgen lower. And we press tall again, pressing tall. Press the heels down to lift the heart. Draw the thighs back, draw the thighs back. So a powerful lift in the lower abdomen. Powerful lift. Whew. And release. We're gonna step the left foot out of the loop. I'm gonna take my right leg back. I'm just gonna eke my left foot forward. I'm gonna prepare for variation of warrior one. I'm gonna tighten my belt a little bit. And then I'm gonna bend the front knee to a comfortable place for my body. So I'm in a balance pose now. The back leg is bent as well. So we have a crouching lunge, crouching lunge. So now, same principles as we just did in Tadasana, in mountain pose. You're gonna push the back heel away, opening up the chest. Push the back heel away. So now we're in a straight leg lunge. And maybe creep your left foot further forward, further forward. So both releasing the hip flexors, the psoas on the right, opening up through the heart center. So hum, so hum. With the sound of your breath, be your mantra. Gaze straight forward, straight forward. And then inhale, slowly straighten the front, spin the heels. So we come into a wide stance again. Let's draw the loop onto the left heel. And we eke our way to the other side. So the back foot now turns, or the front foot too, opposite direction. So we begin to meander into our crouching lunge again. Creep the right foot forward, bend the left knee, bend the left knee. And take the hands down as low on the strap as is available. And then begin to press the left foot back, press the left heel back. As you sink deeper into the lunge, deeper into the lunge. Right on the psoas here. They shorten when we sit down a lot. And I know with my recordings and YouTube technological thingies, I sit down a lot. So opening, lift, 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 lift the heart, lift the heart, lift the heart. So hum. And inhale, straightening and releasing. Let's remove the strap from the back heel. We're going to take the hands down. We're just going to step back into our downward facing dog. Again, stepping back into the downward facing dog. We'll take the knees down. And then take the knees wide, wide knee child's pose. And set the hips back onto the heels and hands forward. Draw the breath into your back body. Let the lower ribs expand. Let the upper ribs expand. And then let's push up again. Draw the knees together. Before we come down, let's make a little loop again for our Shalabhasana fun. So about shoulder width apart, again for the loop. Or here again, you can hold the strap with your hands without a loop. With a loop, it takes the grippiness out of the hands, and we can keep that whole fascia band long. But we work with what we got. Let's come onto our belly, onto our belly. And we'll take the strap, again, around the wrists. We'll tuck the toes under, as we did in the crocodile cobra. Toes tucked under, wrists caught in the strap, hands down along the back. And then inhale, let's press the heels back, and then lift the heart. Lift the gaze, lift the arms, press into the strap, press into the strap, press into the strap. And lower down. And let it all just pull. Deep breath in and out. Opening all the little airways, the bronchi in the lungs. And then slide the strap up so it's just below the elbows. Just below the elbows. This time, keep the tops of the feet on the mat. And then we inhale again, we lift the legs. Lift the heart, lift the arms, lift, 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 lift. Press into the strap, or if you're interlacing your fingers or your elbows, create a little resistance. Lift, woo, and lower down. Now let's take the arms out of the strap. And just pause here for a moment. These are challenging poses. And we want to make sure that we catch our breath in between. But we've come this far. So let's do it. Reach back and catch your ankle. And you can use the loop that we just used around your ankles for your arm extenders. Or you can repeat Shalabhasana. Sometimes it's nice just to do one side without the other. But we're going to go right for the big Lebowski here. Flexing the ankles. And as you inhale, press the hips down and then pull the knees, pull the feet back, pull the feet back. Keep pressing the hips down, down, down. Lift the heart, lift the gaze. So hum. So hum. And just release down. Just take the arms overhead and roll over onto our back. Rolling over onto the back. As you rest on your back, let your low back acclimatize to neutral first. It's tempting to pull the knees in right away after a back bend, but it can be a little too much for the fibers and can cause fastening. So let the breath soften. And now we'll draw the knees in, one at a time. And rock from side to side. place the feet back onto the mat. Take the hands down alongside the hips. Lift and spread your toes. I'm going to stretch the toes long so you connect to the root of your tree. And as you inhale, we'll press the hips up, bridge pose. And then exhale, we lower back down. So bridge and bow pose, B-O-W, bow. It's essentially the same pose, but gravity is what creates the different experience. Let's lift again, about 2/3 of the way up. This time, let's roll the shoulders under, not down, just under. So we want to keep the neutral curve in our neck. And here, interlace the fingers, or again, use the strap, use the strap. And now let's press up the last third of the way, the last third of the way. And you can control it, you can check that you're not flattening your neck, because you should be able to talk without strain and without your voice being altered. And then slowly lower down. Release the hands. Release the hips. Breathing in and breathing out. So you heard it before, the old joke about bridges and pancakes. The first two are never really any good. Now, if you would like to clasp your ankles, this is a much tighter. You can also use your strap. I apologize for Gus. He's seeing something, probably our neighbor's cat. It gets him very, very excited. So with a strap, walk the hands down or hold your ankles. Chatuspadasana, 4-point pose. Again, inhale, we press up, roll the shoulders under, roll the shoulders up. And then lift the hips, but keep the back of the neck neutral, not flattened. Breathe. And release. Removing the strap. And instead take your block. I include the pretty carney in pretty much every class we do. Now, if you don't have a block, you'll take the legs straight up without. Perfectly fine. You can also use a blanket. A little bit of height is really helpful in creating the gravitational move towards the chest. So this is for our lymph restoration. So low, medium height, high block can be a little too intense. So I tend to go low or medium. I place the block right across the sacrum. Then take my hands down alongside the hips, as I did when we were in bridge pose. The back of the shoulders are softening towards the earth. Then we'll take one knee at a time. One knee will come in one at a time. And then we'll straighten the legs towards the sky. You can absolutely practice this pose as restorative. in which case I recommend you strap your legs together, have the legs up against a wall. I still recommend that you have a little height under the hips so that everything flows down towards the heart center. Keeping the legs active, firm but with a gentleness. No hardness in the pose, no hardness. Whatever the distractions, just keep going back to so hum. So hum. Anytime you need to take your legs down, please do so. Please do so. And we will all bend the knees. And slowly, one at a time, bring the feet onto the mat. And then the squeeze and release to ensure that the muscles around the sacrum supports the low back. So as you inhale, press into the feet, and we'll consolidate the hips and the pelvis. Everything squeezes in. And then letting go. And then we repeat again. Then we repeat again. Squeeze, consolidate. And we let go again. For 2 more times. And after the second time, you'll lift up just high enough where you can move the block or the blanket out of the way. Again, letting your back soften down towards the floor. And we'll finish with the body mudra gesture. And this one, as we practiced it in class yesterday too, is specifically to open up the whole torso to receive the breath. So we'll take the right arm overhead and then bend the elbow and take your right hand towards your left shoulder blade. We'll take the left arm back and reach for the right shoulder blade. And then we'll cross the right shin, calf, I should say in front of the left shin or ankle for Sukhasana. So Sukhasana, cross-legged. So here, allow yourself to soften into the shape. You can use blocks of blankets on the outside of the thighs if this is not comfortable for you. So place yourself in a manner where you can relax completely into the shape. Inviting the breath in and out. Feeling the buoyancy of your whole body receiving your breath. Your life force, your aliveness. We're going to draw the knees up, place the feet side by side, and we're going to release the left arm and then the right. Just pause. We are going to repeat the other side. So now the left arm goes to the right shoulder blade, right hand to the left shoulder blade, and the forearms just create this little pillow for the head. Left shin in front this time. And again, make the mudra, make this shape your own. A shape that facilitates big and open breath. And then adding your own mantra, your own affirmation. It might be, I am strong. I am healthy. I am patient. And allow this inner mantra to rest with your breath mantra. I am that. Let's draw the knees up. Release the arms. And we're now setting up for Shavasana. You might like a blanket under your head, under your knees. You might want on top of you. So take a moment to create a very special and sweet Shavasana. And as you become still, do a soft increase from toes to nose. And see if there's anything you can let go just a little bit more. So hum. And gently begin to deepen your breath. Gently awakening. Wiggling fingers and toes. Bending up your knees. Rock your knees gently from side to side. Eventually come all the way over onto one side, classically the right, but if you prefer the left, you certainly may. I am unmuting everybody. And then pushing up into a comfortable seated posture. We'll bring our palms together in Jali Mudra and Jali Heart. And then we will all chant Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti together. Peace in our world, in our lives, and in our heart center. Let's exhale completely. And then take a deep breath in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Namaste.
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 And thank you so much for allowing me the honor and privilege of sharing your practice.
Thank you, Anne.
Thank you, Anne.
Thank you,
I don't know
Anne.
where I am. I can't see me, but that's all right.
I
Can you
can't
see me?
Ellie, I think you turned your camera off.
Maybe so. Is it up where it says start video? No,
Pardon me?
it's not start video. I
No,
don't see it. Got a plus and minus around the square, and when I push the plus, it doesn't do anything.
you were there earlier. I'm gonna have to.
Bye-bye.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Thank you, Anne.
Thank you.
Thank you, and
Thank
Margaret,
you.
you enjoyed it.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.
I'll end us
Okay, thank you.
closing out. Margaret, I hope you enjoyed it.
No, it was very good. Thank you. Yeah, very nice.
It's I know a little weird. You've never met me before, and
All
but
right. Well, we put the iPads in the wrong place, so we couldn't always see you. So I think I know what to do next time. Also, we had all the people at the bottom where you were lying, so we're trying to figure out how to get the people to the top.
yeah. Well, this will be going on YouTube, like I said, so you can do the whole class again, should you like to.
All right. Well, very good. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Bye, Anne.
Bye bye. Bye, Sally. Be good, be well, be healthy and strong, right?
All right.
Soon we will all practice together again.
Yay.
Have a great weekend.